Hello guys and welcome back to another FPL video. My name is FPL Meerkat and today I've got my Game Week 37 team selection for you guys. Just one more team selection video after this one. We're really coming to the end of the season now. Are you guys happy with your rank currently? I know that I'm not. And what kind of measures are you planning on doing to get to the rank that you desire? Is it even possible at this point? If you like the video, please like and get subscribed to the channel. I'll be sure to have some more content out during either preseason or for the next coming up season. Before we get into my team, let's have a look at how I did in Game Week 36, and it was a great green arrow of about 40k places. Although when you're ranked this high, it doesn't really matter about those kind of green arrows. You kind of want to be getting like 100k or something like that. So it was a nice green arrow, but yeah, I'm up to about 380k now. I would like to end the season maybe in the top 300k is probably the target at this point. Top 100k was the target for the season, but I'm still about 70 points behind from that. So yeah, that's probably not going to happen at this point. But going through the team, absolutely points galore. Raya getting a clean sheet and getting a save point. No bonus, unfortunately. But yeah, getting 7 points. A lot of goalkeepers got a similar score, 7 or 8 points. Trent Alexander-Arnold going absolutely mad, getting 13 points there. One absolute haul. I did think that he'd perform something similar as he did previously in Leicester away. I know that was about 5 years ago, but yes, he can do special things against Leicester, and he's obviously going to be staying in my team for the rest of the season. Trippier, who, if you watched my previous video, I was really debating on benching. Very glad that I didn't, getting 11 points. Honestly, I was right about Newcastle defence, didn't keep a clean sheet at all, but Trippier always has that attacking threat, so yeah, glad I just accepted it and played him anyway, getting a nice return there of 11 points. Somehow the lowest score in the defence, with Estupiñán getting 17 points despite blanking in the second fixture. Yeah, he just absolutely went off on a mad one in the first game, getting a goal, assist, clean sheet, bonus points. I think that's literally every method of points he can get. So yeah, absolutely incredible performance from him there. Salah doing what he does best, getting 12 points, 3 assists. That's certainly not something we're used to saying about Salah. I think that's the first time in his career at Liverpool that he's got 3 assists in one game. And getting those assists, you know, off of the Trent Alexander-Arnold free kicks. And yeah, just surprisingly no bonus though. Willock getting 7 points. I was pretty happy with that. He did outscore McAllister, which was great. That's all I really needed him to do. Getting 7 points, got injured in, I think it was the 60th minute and like 11 seconds that he came off the pitch. So yeah, just earned another point there. He got an assist for a penalty. So yeah, we'll absolutely take the fairly jammy points there from Willock. Ødegaard, which was a bit of a poor transfer. Yeah, only the 2 points there for Ødegaard. Really wish I got someone the likes of Gundogan or Eze. Can't really say they were in my mind. I was fairly set on Ødegaard, but yeah, hopefully he can do well in the upcoming fixture against Forest. Mitoma, the captain, yeah, really messed up on that one. Mitoma was actually the 3rd lowest scorer in the entire in my entire team. You can see pretty much every other captaincy option that I was considering absolutely hauled. So yeah, really frustrating to see the armband on Mitoma. That would have been absolutely massive if I captained anyone other than him. But yeah, a bit of a bit of a mess up on that one. Jota as well, someone who I could have probably sold a while ago. Yeah, only the 1 point for him. He was benched again. He could be on his way out this week. It depends if we get any early team news about Liverpool. If we don't get anything about Jota, he's either going on the bench or getting sold. If we get confirmation he's starting, I think I will probably start him in my team, despite it being a double game week. But yeah, not too happy about Jota. Someone I'm absolutely ecstatic about, though, Callum Wilson. Wow. I got him in 1 minute before the deadline. We got no news about him being in the starting lineup, so I just decided to take a risk, take out Erling Haaland and get Callum Wilson in, and my word did that pay off. Netting me 17 points in total doing that transfer. It was for a -4 as well, so 13 points in total that netted me. So yeah, absolutely ecstatic that I did that. Should have given in the armband, but to be fair, I'd left it so close to so close to the deadline that even if I wanted to captain Wilson, I don't think I had the time to put it on him. So yeah, there wasn't even enough time to put the vice on him. He would have been my vice, but yeah, I didn't have enough time. And then Ciso getting 7 points. He looked really good. Really, really good in the 2 games. He was quite unlucky, honestly, to come away with just 1 goal. Really hopeful he gets 2 starts in the double, especially the start against Southampton. But yeah, really, really impressive in Ciso. Really happy to have him in my team. So yeah, a really good week, to be honest. I really wanted a better week to get a bit more of a green arrow, but I will absolutely take 103 points there. So yeah, I made 4 transfers with a -8. Willock came in for March because obviously got the confirmation that March was injured. I took out Rashford for Ødegaard, hoping Rashford wouldn't be fit for this double, but it does seem to be that he is fit for the double, so that might have been a bit of an error. What else did I do? I got in Ciso for Solanke. That was obviously a big profit there. And of course, Wilson in for Haaland. So yeah, all of those transfers that I mentioned are downgrades. So I have a lot of money in the bank for this double, but only 1 free transfer. But yeah, I was happy that I nailed the bench as well. I did feel that Grealish would get a benching, and I think he might get an one again. So yeah, a really good return there for the game week. Moving on to the Game Week 37 team. It's looking like this at the moment. I've already made 1 transfer, as you can see. I've used all that money I had in the bank. I had about 7.3 million, I think it was, to move Willock, who had a bit of an injury anyway, and I was going to bench, for Fernandes, and Bruno Fernandes is going to be my captain this game week. The reasoning for it is I just think he's the second best captaincy option this game week, obviously second to Haaland, and I need to do something different to gain rank. That's purely it. I'm just going to hope that Haaland doesn't get many minutes in this double. He probably will. We can see what he's capable of even in a little amount of minutes. I think Man City are definitely going to go all out in this Chelsea game, even though it's coming so short after the Real Madrid game. I think they're going to go all out to try and win the league on their own terms at home as well. It just feels right, and I think Haaland could really go off in that one. But yeah, I think Bruno Fernandes has been putting up some excellent numbers recently. He's been unlucky to get the points he's gotten. He could have gotten a lot more. The goal threat, Bournemouth and Chelsea are both 2 teams really on the beach. He's guaranteed to get the minutes. He's on penalties. I just really like him. He's a very safe bet, I reckon. He's got a 4-point minimum, doesn't he? So, yeah, basically, I do prefer Haaland as the captain, but he's so high owned at this point that if I'm not captaining Haaland, I might as well not even own him because I'm rooting for him to blank anyway, so I might as well go somewhere else to try and get points. And yeah, looking at the team, so I currently have 2 City players there. 3 Brighton and 2 Man United. So for Man City, I'm not confident at 2 starts for either of these players. John Stones could fluke two starts, but I'm really uncertain about that. And Grealish, I think will play that Chelsea game, but I think he gets rotated in the Brighton one. I think if we assume that Man City win that game and they've got the league wrapped up, I reckon they go big rotation in that Brighton game. So yeah, honestly, I have considered benching one of Stones or Grealish because you can see there the bench is pretty strong. So if I'm not confident at 2 starts for either one of those players, the fixture of either Chelsea at home or Brighton away, I think I'd much prefer the likes of Jota at home to Villa and Trippier at home to Leicester, certainly. So yeah, I think I'm pretty set on playing Trippier over Stones. And the Jota one's a bit interesting. We'll come on to that into a bit. Going on to the Brighton players, the triple up there. Enciso, absolutely fine with. I think he will definitely get a start. I'm hoping it's in the Southampton game. I'm hoping for 2 starts, to be honest. Estupinan, very happy with as well. Again, could get a rest in the Southampton game, maybe, but he's been so crucial for them, and there's not really anyone else who plays left-back in that Brighton team, so I'm fingers crossed he's playing both in the double. Mitoma's the one I'm really worried about because he's played a lot of minutes recently and I definitely think he could get rotated in this Southampton fixture. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get early team news about Brighton, so I might just have to take a risk on Mitoma. in either benching him or transferring him out to a different Brighton player. Might seem quite sideways, but I reckon that Brighton are absolutely going to steamroll Southampton. Southampton are relegated now. The manager's come out and said that he's going to be playing the youth players in that game. It could be an absolute demolition. So, yeah, I might move Matoma on to someone who I reckon gets 2 starts. I think McAllister's a good option. He'll get 2 starts for sure after getting his rest. And yeah, it's a bit of a benching dilemma, to be honest. Jota's currently on the bench purely because I think he does start against Villa, but we don't really have any concrete information, and he's been benched a lot recently. We're hoping to get early team news about Liverpool before the deadline. If we get anything concrete on Jota starting, he will go into the starting lineup. I'm just not too sure for who at the moment. I don't think I can drop Callum Wilson on his current form, and I reckon he does play that Leicester game as well. Newcastle still have to secure top 4, and he's been in firing form at the moment. Grealish might be the one having to go to the bench because I just don't see many returns for Grealish in this double, or Matoma. So yeah, I'll only play Jota if we get confirmation he's starting. If we get no news, and obviously if we get confirmation he's benched, then he'll stay on my bench. But if we get no news at all, Jota will stay on my bench because I just don't. I don't want to go through that pain of him being benched again and starting him. And yeah, I think Trippier will probably come into the starting lineup for John Stones because I just don't see him getting 2 starts. I see his ceiling this game week being 6 points, and I think Trippier with his assist threat, with the clean sheet, clean sheet potential against Leicester, and they're going to be really high on the attack. I reckon there could be a haul in there for Trippier, and also I don't think many people will be starting Trippier because of so many doublers. I reckon Trippier can outscore the other doubling defenders this game week, especially if they only get 1 start. Yeah, and I'm very happy with the single game week players as well in the team. Trent, definitely not dropping him. Salah as well, in incredible form. I could have gone Salah to Fernandes to maybe afford a different move, but yeah, definitely not getting rid of Salah anytime soon. Ødegaard as well, the home fixture against Nottingham Forest. Again, debatable. Really annoying that Ødegaard got 2 massive scores, then I brought him in and he blanked. But yeah, I reckon Ødegaard could be on for a big return against Nottingham Forest. I don't think getting rid of him for a -4 is worth it, and I'm not confident on him being the weakest attacker in my lineup there. And Callum Wilson, obviously I've spoken about, out on absolutely firing form. So yeah, definitely not dropping him. So yeah, obviously this is the last double game week of the season, and I think the most crucial thing about this is guessing the lineups. I know we've probably been doing that all season, but I think this is probably the most crucial one that there's ever been. If you can nail the correct Brighton attacker to play against Southampton at home, or the correct Man City player to play twice, I think you could be on for a massive return this game week. I do also think that Manchester United are probably the team to target because their players are going to be relatively nailed. I know Rashford's a big maybe at the moment. There's obviously potential for me. I could even go Mitoma to Rashford. That's something that's been something in my thinking. But yeah, you know you're going to get your minutes from the Man United players. I know Rashford, there's a bit of uncertainty whether he's going to be fit or not. For your information, I reckon he does play both, even though I don't have him. Bit scared about that. But yeah, trying to decide who the best, who's going to start for Brighton and Man City, I think will be the key for this double game week. Also, the likes of Chelsea, anyone going there at all? I think the only one that is even remotely caught my interest is Sterling. I really don't like the look of any of their players, to be honest. I know they're massive, massive differentials though, so I wouldn't. If one of you wanted to punt on a Chelsea player, I wouldn't get in your way about it. I just don't see them getting many returns with their fixtures being Chelsea away and Man City away. It does feel like both those teams will wipe the floor with them. But maybe they get a goal. Sterling obviously got a haul in the previous game week. So yeah, maybe there is potential there for some returns. Again, Sterling's quite an expensive player though. You'd much rather get Fernandes for a cheaper price than Raheem Sterling, surely. But yeah, maybe Raheem Sterling does do well. Maybe one of the Chelsea attackers gets a haul. Maybe they somehow keep a clean sheet. Anything could happen in a double game week. So yeah, Not really too sure what my move is going to be. Obviously, I've done the one move to get Fernandes in. He's going to be my captain. I had to make that move and get that done. And there is potential to make one more move. Another idea I've had is if I'm confident about Matoma not starting, I could do something like, and we get confirmation that Jota isn't starting, or we don't get confirmation that he is. I could do Jota to Ferguson, who I really like from Brighton, who I do think will start the Southampton game. And that could be massive, having two strikers from Brighton playing Southampton at home. So Jota to Ferguson, and I'll obviously move on Matoma to pretty much any midfielder apart from Kevin De Bruyne. I can't quite afford to go all the way up to Kevin De Bruyne. I could get in any Man City midfielder that I wanted. I could go and get Rashford. I know most of you will probably say he's the best midfielder that I don't have in my team at the moment. Again, just not 100% sure how likely he is to start. I could even do something like Stones to Shaw because I don't think Stones will play 2 games. It really just depends on how confident I am about my Man City picks and my Brighton picks, basically. There's a lot of things I could do here. I'm not really too set on anything. Get down in the comments below if you think I'm missing something or there's something I really need to do. I just really like keeping the Liverpool triple up as well, just in case we get news on that last day and they're playing Southampton. So yeah, I think they could be on for a massive haul there. So yeah, could be a lot of different things going on for the final double game week of the season. And moving on to the team of the mini league for this game week, Veggies Vikings, who has been featured on this. I think this might be your 3rd or 4th time being the featured team. And the frustrating thing to look at is it's very, very similar to my team, except he captained Wilson. Of course he did. Of course, captaining Wilson was the right play. The same defence as me, the same goalkeeper, Salah, Mitoma as well. He had Fernandes, who also got some points, and Isak and Haaland, who got a bit more than obviously my Jota pick, and Enciso actually matched them. He's even got Pinnock there with 7 on the bench. I think he did actually start Kepa as well, and he got quite fortunate that Raya got auto subbed in for the 7 points. I'm going to be honest, I would have always started Raya anyway, but yeah, good fortune there. A really strong game week rank, and I think this guy is very highly ranked with the overall points as well. He's not actually top of the mini league, I don't think, but yeah, obviously when it comes to I'll do sort of a season review video after. I'll do my game week 38 team selection video, and then I'll have a video doing a season review, and there I will feature who the winner of the mini league is. I'll have 2 winners. I'll have whoever's top of the mini league and whoever was top of the mini league when I first made it in the first game week, because I know that the current winner hasn't been in the mini league from game week 1, and I'd like to give a shout out to the winner from game week 1. But yeah, thank you for all the support on the channel, guys. It's been really enjoyable, my first season making FPL YouTube content. That's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you have enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed. How are your teams lining up for game week 37? Are you taking any differential punts? I completely forgot to mention Alvarez. Alvarez is someone that's been massively in my thinking as well, trying to land the right Man City player. If we get confirmation that Jota's not playing, I could switch him to Alvarez and then bench one of the other players. That could also be on the cards. But then again, Alvarez is also a rotation risk, so I'm not sure. I could just hold the transfer and not take a hit. It's not nice to stare at negative points at the start of a game week, but I'm just not 100% sure on the punt I'd like to take. Fernandes was an obvious one. Maybe Rashford's another obvious one, but yeah, I'm just not too sure at the moment. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next FPL video.